Hello guys, how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Unfortunately, I have some possibly bad news for you guys if you enjoy this chair, because this chair is probably going to be making its last appearance in this video. I know you guys usually see me in this chair when I'm doing a story time, but I'm trying to change it up in this room. I'm almost done. I know I've told you guys that you've probably noticed, like, you know, the background change in my recent videos since I've been changing things around in my beauty room, and I have promised you guys a video about that. I'm just not done yet. It's taking me a little longer, and coronavirus decided to put a setback on it for sure. But yeah, it's getting a little too crammed in here with this chair. I have my desk right beside me, my vanity right beside me, so it just makes the room a little smaller. So we are gonna get rid of this chair. R.I.P. the throne. Let's just take a moment of silence. Okay, let's get on with the video. So today I'm gonna tell you guys a story along with my glass of beer about the time I got busted for having a tattoo. Now I know what you're thinking. Aren't you a grown-ass woman? No, this happened when I was 16, because 16 was the age. Okay, I'll get into it. So it all started when I was in high school. I was a very rebellious teen. I wasn't like terrible. I didn't, you know, I wasn't a high school dropout. I wasn't like a druggie or anything like that. But, and I always say that, I always like give myself credit for not being like terrible, because I was still like passing and stuff and like doing what I had to do, but I, you know, spent time being bad too. Anyways, you know what I mean. So as you guys may know from previous videos, I lived in a very toxic and negative and abusive home throughout my childhood and my teenage years. So because the consequence that I was familiar with, the consequence that I was used to for doing something bad, was not a talk, not an explanation of why what I'm doing is wrong, but instead getting a beating every time I did something wrong. I didn't know why what I did was wrong. I never understood it. You know, I understand it now as a grown woman who has, you know, learned the ways of life, and realize that, like, you know, ditching class isn't good and stuff like that. Like, you gotta focus on your career, girl. You gotta focus on your education. Before all of that, all I knew was abuse. So I turned to, you know, rebellion because of that. And if you look it up, science actually proves that, like, if you are abused, you are more likely to rebel and do things you shouldn't be doing, because the consequence of what you're doing is not going to be there when you do it if you're sneaky enough. So I learned the ways, the art, the mastery of being sneaky. Now, I don't condone this. I have made a video in the past that explained when I finally got caught for ditching class, but for some time I did enjoy the pleasure of getting away with it for a very long time. You know, I would get with my girls that I was best friends with. My parents didn't really like them because they knew they were the ones I was ditching class with all the time, and they were like bad influences, whatever. But yeah, I would get together with my girls. We would skip class. Every day after school, I would pick up the phone when they would call my house from the school saying I missed class. And then it's like, no harm, no foul. My parents didn't have to find out. They didn't have to know. So these best friends of mine had become very, very close with me. We were together every single day. If it wasn't skipping class, we were seeing each other between classes, during lunchtime, and all of that. And we had gone through a lot together. We had, you know, similar situations at home, that it wasn't very healthy and whatnot, so we related a lot on that. We were just really, really close. And you know, when you're in high school and you have a best friend, and honestly, some people are best friends with their high school best friends until they're like my age, you know, I'm nearing up on 30, Lord save me. Or you might be in a situation like me where you were best friends with someone in high school and then you kind of drifted off and weren't best friends anymore. But at the time when you're best friends in high school, you know how it feels, and some of you may be watching this, who knows, that are in high school, and you may feel like your best friend is your ride or die. There could never be anyone better than them. They're like, you know, the best person ever. You have the same interests, you have the same taste in music, and you just click. That's really exciting for someone of that age, and I understand that because I was there. So this one girl and I, we will call her like earring hoops, not like hoops. So Hoops and I were very, very, very close, like I said.
Like, I would have done anything for this girl. I would have taken a bullet for her at the time. That's how intense I was about my loyalty to this friendship. Like, we were just inseparable. Everyone in the school knew it. If you saw me, you saw Hoops. If you saw Hoops, you saw me. We were like this.
Some days we would skip class to go to the mall. Some days we would skip class to go for a walk, like for a hike, literally. I mean, sometimes those hikes will lead to something else, like a little... But we won't talk about that. That'll be for another time.
But yeah, we always went on like a lot of adventures together. And I think it was the first time in high school that I had made a friend that I hadn't been friends with before high school, like from elementary school. I had made a friend in high school that I felt like, you know, I belonged and I wasn't alone, and someone who understood me, someone who I could tell anything to. Like, she knew all my secrets, I knew all of hers. Like, we were just, I can't even explain further how close we were.
So one fateful day that we were skipping, we were just on a bus ride and we didn't really know where we were going. I think we thought, or we decided, we had come up with like, oh, let's go to the mall, let's hang out at the mall. And we were on our way there, we were just on the bus, and I remember just sitting on a bus, like almost empty. It was just me and her and like maybe one or two other people on the bus. And we're just sitting there listening to music, you know how you would like bus around or whatever, like walk around with your friend listening to music on your MP3. I don't know if kids still do this these days, but I remember back in the day this was like the most fun times when you would just like chill with your best friend and you would plug in some headphones on your phone or on your like MP3, whatever. I know I'm old, but and one of you would have to have a headphone in and one of you would have the other one in, and you'd be like chilling and jamming and vibing, you know. We were doing that, and I think there just came a point where one of us popped out an earphone and we're like, what should we do today? Like, let's do something crazy. And you know nothing good comes out of like, let's do something crazy. And this is when me and her decided, what if we get a tattoo? And then we were like, no, like you wouldn't do it. No, you wouldn't. Beer. Why you do me like that? No, you wouldn't do it. Like, I dare you. No, we didn't really dare each other, but we were like, would you do it? Like, would you actually do it? Like, for real, you would 100% like. And then we were just like psyching each other up for the longest time until we were like, let's do it. Let's get a matching tattoo. We're like best friends. Seemed like a great idea at the time. No regrets, but like shouldn't have been thinking about getting tattoos at 16, just saying. So we went to this place in downtown Kitchener. If anyone knows what that is, you will know that it's super sketchy. It ain't cute, girl. It ain't cute. I don't know what we were doing around there at this age, at this time, but we were skipping class and we're like, this is what we gonna do. And apparently, I don't know how she knew this, but she knew a place that like would do, this was actually the same girl I got my belly button piercing with. So if you haven't seen that video, check that one out when I got busted for my belly piercing, because like that one's to die for too. This is the same friend that I got my belly piercing with. I got a tattoo with. So we went to this place, and I'm gonna say the name of the business because it's out of business. It's like non-existent anymore. It was called World Domination. If you know what this is, oh my god, this takes me back. But apparently she knew that this was the only place in town that would do tattoos on people 16 and over. So you didn't have to be 18, you didn't have to be 21. I don't know what the age is now, or was then, I don't know. But I know this place did tattoos for people 16 and over. I was 16, she was 15. So I technically had to sign for her to get a tattoo. But I remember we got there and we're like, what should we get? Like, we didn't even know what we were getting. We literally, it was like an impulse, like, let's be bad. Let's do something crazy. Let's be bad bitches only. We were having like that type of moment. So we go in and we're looking at some ideas. We're like, no, I don't want to get like straight up words. I don't want to get like a picture. So then we started looking at Chinese scripture or symbols, I guess. I don't know what you call it. This is embarrassing, but we started looking at that and we're like, okay, what's like the most meaningful thing to us? And both of us just like, I think we said at the same time, or like we said it like, we looked at the ones that looked the nicest, and like not only was this concept the most important to both of us, but like also it looked really cool to us at the time. Love. We decided on love in Chinese. The Chinese symbol for love. Why not? Let's do it. And there we were. I don't even know how much it cost us, but it didn't cost us much. I think it was like $20. And at the time I was working at a grocery store and she was working at probably like a fast food place. I'm not sure. Something like that. So like, yeah, we had the bag. We secured the bag, the teenage bag that you're able to secure. And like, it was just a little small tattoo like this. And, you know, it ain't hurt nobody. I mean, yeah, it really did hurt, but we did decide to get it in a place that's not as painful as most places on the body. We actually got it. I don't know if we did this because we wanted to have it hidden, like we wanted it to be a tattoo for ourselves, not for anyone else. Like we didn't want to like show off a tattoo on our arm or something like that. We wanted it to be a little more personal and like something that we could also hide from our parents. So we decided to get it on the back of our neck, and I will show you guys at the end of this video, if you haven't seen it before, my neck tattoo. But if you didn't know, the back of your neck is actually the thickest part of skin that you have on your entire body. So it's actually the less painful area to get a tattoo. Just a tip. Because they also have, or at least at the one we went to at World Domination, they had a chart of like pain depending on where you got your tattoo. And it's, I'm sure you've seen it on, if you just look up Google like tattoo pain grid or scan or something like that, it'll pop up like the different colors of like on the body what hurts the most. I think it's like the extremities really hurt, so like hands, feet, your ribs and stuff like that, obviously your freaking genitals. But we found out on this day that the back of the neck was like the least painful, and also we were like, that's like genius, that's like the best way to hide, because we both had long hair, we could hide it no problem from our parents. We just had to make sure our hair was down, you know, and like that was that. So we did, girl, we did. We went ahead and got that tattoo right there and then, thought of it on the day of, and we did it. We got matching tattoos. I will attach a picture right over here of what our matching tattoos look like. I'm going to show you guys an update, obviously, at the end of this video, of what it looks like now. I don't think it looks much different, but honestly, most of the time I forget it's there. But yeah, we got our matching tattoos of the Chinese symbol of love, and we went on about our lives. You know, we continued to be best friends for years to come until life got in the way. But fast forward to a year or two after that, I was actually impressed with myself. I either wore turtlenecks around the house or like always had my hair down, but like my parents never found out. My parents are so snoopy. Like they were always on to me because they knew I was wanting to do bad things, because like they knew I was rebellious, because like they made me that way. They were mean to me. And when I say they, I mean mostly my dad. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. You were the nurturing, kind, loving mother that you had to be. Period. But my biological father, that's a different story. We won't go there. I mean, we do have to go there, but like, okay, so what happened was, I can't remember what I did. I got in trouble for something. And usually when I got in trouble, that would mean that I would get something taken away. Like a freaking toddler. So my dad would manipulate me with different things, like buying me a really nice MP3 or a really nice iPod or a really nice laptop in this case. He had just gotten me a really nice laptop. He put parental control on it, on my grown ass 16 or 17-year-old ass living human being. He put parental control on this, so I had a curfew of like how late I could be on MSN and stuff, because they were MSN days, you know what I mean? So at a certain time my computer would shut off, and I was literally so embarrassing. I wonder what my friends at the time thought of me when I would like have to tell them on MSN, like, oh sorry, like my freaking computer's gonna shut down soon, because I don't know if I like would tell them that or if I would lie about it, but it's just so embarrassing. Oh my god, that's so cringy to think back at. I would never be that controlling of a parent. That is ridiculous. But anyways, that was the thing. And I remember I did something, or they found out about something, I don't know, I got in trouble for something, and whenever this would happen, my dad would take away my computer. And when he would take away my computer, ooh boy, this was the first time that he took away my computer that I was like, uh-oh, because I had evidence on there of something he didn't know yet. Bitch, I knew. I had taken a picture of my tattoo and I had it on my computer, and I don't know if there was evidence in the background of that picture that like that was me in the picture, but like I knew it was on there, and he was going through that damn computer from the top to the bottom, girl. Like he was like my dad should have been an FBI. He was a lawyer, which makes sense why he's like so psychotic. But like, girl, he was all up in that bitch. All up in that bitch. And this event took place after I had already gotten into a physical fight at school. If you haven't seen that video, go look for it on my channel as well. But I had gotten into a fight at school, and that was the first time that I bought foundation. I mentioned that in that video. And so I was like, he gonna see that freaking picture, and he gonna wanna see my back of my neck. I just know it. I just know. Once you have like such a freaking crazy parent, you know their ways. You get to know their crazy ways, girl. Trust me. Especially when you're rebellious as I am, you're like, ooh, I gotta watch my back. It's like you're living with the feds. So basically, I'm living with the feds. I'm like, okay, I gotta cover up the evidence, girl. I gotta do something. So I ran to the bathroom. As he was going through my computer, I'm like, I know he's gonna freaking find it. I know he's gonna see it. You know how you have like a bunch of folders on your computer? I mean, at least I do. I like to keep organized. You have like a bunch of folders of like me and hoops, videos of me and hoops, pictures of me and hoops, this and this and that. I had all them folders under my documents or something, like my main little thing. But then that picture that I had taken myself of my tattoo was just like there, not in a folder, not hidden anywhere. He didn't have to do any kind of looking around and like really deep exploring and investigating to see that picture. So I knew it was coming. I'm like, oh my god. So I run to the bathroom, I grab the foundation I had bought because I got in a fight. Yes, I'm ratchet. And I start rubbing it on. I start packing it on the top of my neck. I'm like, oh my god. Like, and back in the day I didn't even know what concealer was, so that probably would have been a better idea, but like foundation is all I knew. So I started putting it on. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And so I put it on. I'm like, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be good. I go back to my room. I am just watching the time go by in my mind because I didn't have a clock in my room and I didn't have a watch and I didn't have a phone or a computer. So there was no sense of time in my room precisely. I could have gone to the kitchen and looked at the stove or the microwave for the time, but I didn't. I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm freaking out. And then the time arrives, girl. I hear, oh, and when you hear it in that tone, not, because my dad calls me by like my, or he used to. We don't fucking talk anymore, but that's a whole nother thing, girl. We already went there, we won't go there. He used to call me Yoli, which is like a nickname for my first name. I'm not gonna get into that. But anyways, when he says, that's when you know shit's going down. That you better get, oh. So I was like, oh snap, it's time. Okay, okay, I'm ready. I can do this. So I walk up in his room and I'm like, yes. And he just goes,
come here. Come here.
And that's when I knew. I knew he had seen the picture. He had seen the picture. And it is so ironic to me that that is what he saw. He never saw it in real life. He saw a picture of it. How stupid was I? How stupid. Knowing that he got me this computer, he could manipulate and blackmail me through that and be like, no, I got you this computer so I can take it away whenever I want. And I'm going to take it away and look through it. Oh, I was so freaking mad, but whatever. So I slowly walk up to him and I'm right in front of him. He's sitting at his desk on his little desk chair there, and I go up to him and I'm like, what? Y'all, it was over. He's like,
turn around.
and this is like, oh, this is cringy and scary and fucked up, okay? Because like, what you mean turn around? I would go back to my room. Like, I was a full grown ass 17, 18-year-old at this point. Like, I don't know which one of the two, but like, what you mean? Anyways, so I did. Still living under his roof, you know, so he's gonna pull the whole like, you living under my roof, my rules, blah, 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 blah. You know how Spanish parents are. So I do. I turn around. He lifts my hair and I'm like, at this point, I'm just hoping he just doesn't see it. Like, the foundation works. The foundation does me right. L'Oreal, come through. Come through. You gotta come through for a bitch right now. You gotta hold it down for me. Come on. Tell me why he just goes. Wow. And he just like flicks my hair back down. See, he like had it up like this and then he just like went like that. I'm like, it was over, y'all. He caught me. It's a bust. And he just went on to insult me and call me a piece of shit and say I'm like no good and I'm such a bad person and I'm not gonna get anywhere in life, and he should have not had children ever. Like the most hurtful things you can think of. He just went on and on and on and on about it, and I'm just like standing there like. And my mom was right there. She was like always just chilling up in a bed, just cool as fuck, like didn't give anyone any trouble. All she ever said to my brothers and me was like, how was your day? How was school? What did you learn today? Do you have homework? Like she was the one who actually raised us, because he was just like on his computer all the time freaking cheating on my mom. But anyways, I ain't gonna talk about him right now. Sitting there on the computer looking at my mom on the bed like,
do you see this? Do you see this trash?
and I'm like, when I tell you this went on for hours, oh, it was humiliating. But anyways, same as the belly ring. When I got busted for that, I was honestly surprised. I expected the belly ring and the tattoo to cause like a huge scandal, a huge freaking like yelling, like fit, like a beating. No, he was just like so disappointed. He's like,
I don't have time for this garbage.
Was very dismissive and just insulted me verbally instead of abusing me physically. So like that was cool. I got away with like not getting hit, but mentally fucked up for it. Just editing this right now, and I forgot to tell you guys that like I actually got my computer taken away for good that time because of that little problem I had because of the tattoo. My dad literally sold my computer after that. So it's like, what's the point of buying me nice things if you're just gonna take them away and sell them? Like, oh my god, it's crazy. I'll let you get back to it though. Anyways, yeah, that was the story about how I got busted for my tattoo. I felt so dumb. I still kind of do that. Like, I was able to hide something for that long that was literally on my body. And I got caught through a picture. Like, that's so freaking dumb. So although I don't condone this behavior, girl, if you have crazy, freaking protective, jealous, controlling ass parents like I do, don't take a picture of your tattoo if you're trying to hide it from them, because they're gonna go through your computer and they're gonna see it. You're gonna get it. But that's the story time I have for you guys today. I'm gonna go drink some more because it's Saturday and it's time to party. Even though it's quarantine, me and my boo party, okay? We drink and we have fun, because you gotta have fun or else you're gonna go crazy. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because it's free, girl. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, if you subscribe, I'll chug the rest of this, okay? I'm gonna wait till you subscribe. Are you subscribing? Are you gonna subscribe? I'll chug this, I swear. You're subscribing? Okay, do it. 1. You're gonna subscribe and I'm gonna chug. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And that's on period. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Love you. Happy quarantine. Stay safe, stay well, stay home.